Welcome into the ice den in Scottsdale, Arizona as the OSHA preseason tournament continues. Centennial's D2 team taking on Notre Dame D3 this afternoon. Centennial came out winners in their first game against Basha Perry last week, and this is their first of three this weekend, one today and two tomorrow. Take you through the lineup for the Centennial Coyotes. Number 3, Emmanuel Jimenez. Number 6, Isaac Rowland. Number 17, Jackson Catch. Number 24, Gavin Sutter. Number 29, Chase Johnson. Number 39, Mason Green. Number 40, Daniel Giusti. Number 45, Ryder Thomas. Number 48, Bradley Del Principe, with 2 goals and 2 assists in the last game for the Coyotes. Number 49 is Karsten Millett. Number 75, Jackson Olivier. Number 79, Ben Snow, also 2 goals and 2 assists last weekend. Number 84, Tucker Howie. Number 86, Seamus Minogue. Number 90, Rogelio Ortiz. Number 91, Michael Simoni. Number 92, Chase Evans. Number 96, Daniel Kachayev. Number 67, Caden Thompson. And number 31, Landon Scott. The call-up list for the preseason tournament: number 14, Asher Mangini. Number 22, Jacob Jaspel. Number 37, Nathan Jerry. Number 50, Dylan Hall. Number 56, Robert Scheiplein. Number 68, Decker Burgess. Number 71, Ty Hamilton. 78, Karsten McCoy. 2 assists on his call-up last weekend as well. Number 83, Andrew Gonzalez. And in net today for the Coyotes is a call-up, and that would be number 35, Riley Bernheimer. Set to get underway here. It's Snow, Simoni, Evans, Jimenez, and Del Principe, the 5, to start out for the Coyotes. Coyotes in their home white win the faceoff. It's delayed by Simoni at the line. Okay. Snow with a shot. That's saved. Simoni now with the puck on his stick. Finds Evans at the point. Evans, rolling puck, unable to control it. Gets it back, sends it deep. Snow chases behind. Kept in by Jimenez at the line. Another attempt by Del Principe hits one of the Saints, and they're able to clear. Jimenez goes cross ice looking for Evans. That's picked up by Notre Dame. Snow now. Finds Simoni ahead. Simoni splits the defense. Has Del Principe with him. Puck knocked off his stick and just behind Del Principe. Great defensive play by Notre Dame. Snow gathers it up in the neutral zone. Flips ahead. It's knocked down. Picked up, Snates in, off sides, and at 13:46 we get our first whistle. Puck drop, it's Green that wins the faceoff for Centennial. Played ahead, kicked down by Giusti. Green picks it back up in neutral ice. Has Sutter with him. Drop to Sutter. Sutter, shot, save. And then covered by the netminder for Notre Dame. Green, Sutter, Minogue, Giusti, and Catch on the ice for the Coyotes. Green to take the draw again. Sutter comes away with it. Looking for an opportunity. That shot's deflected. Picked up behind the net by Catch. Catches his possession. Minogue able to keep it in the zone. Sutter now on the forecheck behind the net. Catch knocks that one down. Sutter back to his forehand, looking for Green. Has a shot that's there, and then it's in the net. And Gavin Sutter sneaks one through to put Centennial Coyotes up 1-0. Forward trio stays the same on the ice for the face-off. We're going to get Ortiz and Millette as a defensive unit. Played ahead, looking for Catch. Catch. Skates past one, takes the puck behind the net. Through a check, picks it back up. Drops, Sutter has it, and we're going to get a whistle. And a tripping call coming here, and that's going to be against Green. 12:53 on the clock. It's going to be Notre Dame to the power play first. Green in the box for tripping at 12:53. Face-off won by Centennial. Millette with it. Plays ahead. Rollin takes it out of the zone. Back on Millette's stick. He'll flip it forward. Ortiz, Millette, Rollin, and Olivier. The four to kill the penalty. Start with for Centennial. Millette whips it down the ice. Picked up by Notre Dame, cycling back. Pass out of D, picked up by Rollin. He'll flip ahead. He'll just send it to the corner and let more time run off the clock. Notre Dame trying to get numbers ahead. Rollin leaves the hit in. Across the blue line, drop pass. Sent just wide of Bernheimer's net. Ortiz cleans up a chance out front. Another one he'll knock down with a body. Send it all the way down, sends that on net. That's dealt with. 45 seconds left to go. Fresh four skaters on the ice for Centennial. Howie battling for the puck near the blue line. Chase Johnson now with it. Off to Evans. Evans has Kochayev ahead of him. He takes a big hit. Sends the puck down. Player hurt on the ice, and we've got a broken stick. Notre Dame player up under his own power and off the ice. That's good to see. 28 seconds left on the power play for Notre Dame. Faceoff will be just outside of their zone. Looks like it was Evans who broke his stick. So he'll go to the bench. Jimenez replaces him on the ice alongside Johnson. Kochayev, Howie out there as well as we hit the final 20 seconds of the Notre Dame power play. Howie tries to sweep that into the zone. Caught up in his skates behind him. Johnson now. Track it down in his own zone. Skate to six. Turns out of trouble. Here comes Howie. Going to have Green join the rush here in just a moment. Howie shoots, and that's saved. Power play expires. A couple of chances for the Saints. No official shots on target. Back to five aside here. Minogue, Juicy, Simone, Thomas, and Snow on the ice for Centennial. Face-off won by Simone. Snow tries to send it around the boards. Minogue picks it up at the point. Bouncing puck on net, but saved. Long pass played forward off the boards. Minogue sends it only to the line. It's kept in by Notre Dame. Picked back up by Simone. Simone sends a long pass ahead, finds Snow. Snow across the blue line. Heads to the middle of the ice, has a shot that's tipped over. Picked up by Juicy. Sends one forward. Knocked aside by the Notre Dame defense. Clearing up, kept in the zone. Juicy again. Missed the high slot, but his shot blocked. Backhanded a pass into a dangerous area, but Saints able to come away with it. Across the line now. Story has it just roll off of his stick ahead to Snow. Snow's going to catch a rush here with the line change. Notre Dame able to collapse back defensively. Stop that opportunity. Simone kicks the puck ahead. Notre Dame now sends one ahead, tipped out of the zone, picked up by Juicy. Minogue. Ahead looking for Snow. Simone chases on the forecheck. Puck left there. Sutter trying to get in on the action. Kept in at the line. Sutter now on his stick. Shot from a sharp angle. Bouncing puck. Out front. Still loose. Another save by the Saints netminder. Snow now under the goal line. Unable to center the puck. Picked out. Pass ahead. Clears the zone. Ortiz first to it. Sends the pass ahead. Has Snow. Snow looking cross ice for Sutter, but that was tipped away. Back to Snow behind the net. Snow on the wraparound attempt. Second chance. Gets up in the glove. And then the rebound comes right back to him. And Ben Snow puts Centennial up 2-0. .8:32 left to play, period number 1. Centennial 2, Notre Dame 0. Del Principe, Sutter, catch the forward line as that face-off won to the boards, but then picked up by Notre Dame. Millette and Ortiz, your defensive pair for the Coyotes. Ortiz loses that and escape. Chance out front. Blocked straight up into the air. Sutter comes away with it. Sutter across the line. Sends a shot in that goes wide. Chased by Catch. He can't corral it. Notre Dame picks up the puck. Chance in. And Bernheimer there to make the save. Defensive zone face-off for Rollin. Won by Notre Dame. Johnson fighting forward in the corner. Ends up back behind the net. Evans going to pick it up. Evans ahead for Kachayev. Has Olivier. Olivier had the puck just roll a little too far in front of his stick, but he fights to get it back. Swept into the corner. Kachayev steals that away. Able to get to Evans in his D zone. Evans looking ahead. Finds Olivier. Able to touch that into the corner and duck away from the hit. Olivier back on him. Absorbs the hit along the goal line. Pick up by Johnson. Johnson will take it back out to neutral ice. Have the Coyotes reset. Under to 7 play. Defensive pair changing. Chayev on the forecheck has Howie with him. Puck wraps around along the dasher. Elbert for Notre Dame loses possession. Simone now dashes in all by himself for defenders. His shot deflected behind to the glass. Played out. Jimenez keeps it in at the line. So the shot that's kicked out front that ends up up and over the net. Out front. And another goal for Centennial. Ryder Thomas picks up his first of the night. And it's 3-0 in favor of the Coyotes. Thomas from Howie and Simone to make the lead 3. Centennial wins the faceoff again. Plays ahead for Simone. Simone across the line. He's got a shot. That's deflected off a leg and up into the netting. Well, the offensive zone faceoff coming up for Centennial. Changing lines. Sutter, Green, Snow, Jimenez, and Juicy on the ice. Faceoff tied up right at the dot. Sutter in to pull it free. He gets tangled up. Green leaves for Jimenez. Jimenez down to the circle now. Cross looking for Green, and it's just too far. Sutter backhand to Green. Green shovels it on his backhand, just narrowly missing the net. Out front, that'll be covered. Defensive switch for Centennial. It's Minogue and Millette now on the ice. The puck goes deflected up out of play. So we'll do it again. From the Coyotes' offensive end. So Green, Snow, Sutter, Minogue, and Millette. Sutter to take the face-off. Ties up his man. Green comes in to have a shot that was blocked right at the point of attack. Now plays across to Minogue. Minogue has a step. His shot deflected. Minogue, good defense, keeping the puck in right at the line, and it filters through, but Green is there. Millette looking for an exit, finds Snow. Snow with a head of steam up across the blue line. Takes the drop to Sutter, finds Green in the middle, bouncing puck, and Green unable to get the shot away. 2-on-1 opportunity for Notre Dame on the rush. They got a shot. That's swallowed up by Bernheimer. Rolling at the dot. Shot was blocked. Rolling now. Across the line, his shot. Saved by Gensler and covered. Shot from Centennial, swallowed up by Gensler again. 4:26. We'll get another offensive zone face-off as Notre Dame looks to make wholesale changes. Notre Dame comes away with the puck off the face-off. Entry attempt. Gain the line now. Catch with it. As wraps it around. Del Principe first to it. Steps away from a Notre Dame defender. Finds Evans. Evans rushing in from his defensive position. Looks for a centering pass. Rollin finds a way through as the puck makes it to him. And it's 4-0. We get set for the face-off. Won by Centennial. Played ahead. Olivier dumps it in on the backhand. Simone and Kachayev chasing to the corner for it. Picked up by Notre Dame. Swept around the boards. All the way out. Johnson collects in the neutral zone. Tries to spin out of trouble. Has it knocked off his stick. Jimenez now finds an exit pass. Simone able to tip that out to neutral ice. Then steals it away. Simone now. Sharp angle shot goes wide. Jimenez off the boards. Trying to get to the low slot. He has a backhand attempt. Centering pass. Kachayev shot blocked. Notre Dame ahead. Johnson will sweep up in the neutral zone. Cuts in at the blue line. To the face-off dot. It's around another defender. Has a shot that's saved. Jimenez stops at the blue line. Has a hit from deep. Now Kachayev on the one-timer. That's blocked. Simone sinks in. Shot ends up behind the net. Olivier fighting for the puck in the corner. Puck cleared deep, and just under 2.5 minutes to play. We're going to get an icing call here in the first period. Faceoff stays in the zone. Thomas with it. Thomas gets behind the goalie, and his shot just can't get the right angle with the backhand. Bouncing puck out front. Thomas again. Stays loose in the middle, and then chance there for the rebound. Millette keeps it in at the line. Knocked down by Howie. Howie trying to find Sutter. Juicy. Howie backhanded. Swept away by Gensler. Notre Dame still trying to clear their line. Sutter able to keep it in. Has a shot that's saved. Rebound still kept in. Sutter looking out front. Bounces off Howie. He knocks it down to himself. Able to gather it back in. Sutter has Thomas out front and Howie. Howie has a shot. That's saved, and he gets taken down. Thomas has a hit. Odd man rush. Story tries to get past Millette. Bernheimer's going to send that aside. Juicy now sends it along the boards. Not out. Shot in. That's saved by Bernheimer. Face off one back. Ortiz wraps it around. Out. It's Green. Has Catch with him. Catch now with Green. Puck behind the net. Snow Snow turns and fires. That hits Ginsler. Played out. Tees and Minogue. Back in the defensive zone. Played ahead. Off the skate of Green. Cuts to the middle of the ice. Has it knocked away. Snow able to get it back. Still battling for it behind the net. Green spins, keeps the puck with him. Finds Snow. Snow has a centering attempt. Snow again. Sharp angle shot from Snow. And that's covered up. 6 seconds left, period number 1. It's Centennial 4, Notre Dame 0. Again, this is Centennial's D2 squad taking on the D3 squad of Notre Dame Prep. Green on the faceoff. Wins it to the boards. Wrapped around behind the net. And the final few seconds of the first period will trickle away. And that is how we end it. Scoring summary from period number 1. Started off with Gavin Sutter solo goal. Second goal came just about 5 minutes later. Ben Snow scoring off the assist from Sutter. Then Ryder Thomas from Howie and Simone. And then Rollin from Del Principe and Evans. Oliver Rollin, Del Principe, Evans, and Johnson look to be the 5 to start us off here in period number 2. We're back underway. It's Notre Dame that wins the opening faceoff. Young able to get past Oliver to Anderson. Looking ahead. Saints enter the zone, but Johnson there quick to collect and get it back out to the neutral ice. No chance from Notre Dame. That's tipped up dangerously over the net. Evans first to it, has it knocked away from him. Now along the boards, and we're going to get a whistle behind the play. And we're going to get a roughing call coming up against Evans. Interference against Evans, rather. And it'll be another power play chance for the Saints. Green catch. Jimenez and Giusti on to start the penalty kill for the Coyotes. Face off, held up at the dot. Green gets it out only as far as the blue line. Kept in, bouncing puck off a stanchion. Jimenez going to have time with it. He'll flip it deep. Send it all the way down to the other end of the ice. Selmy for Notre Dame. Tries to get it ahead. Now it's Sided. Tries to drop for Story, but he'd come across the line. Green has it taken away off his stick. Fighting on the forecheck, trying to keep it in deep. Elbert across the line for the Saints. Then he loses the puck. Giusti has it poked away to Jimenez. Now catch ahead, just off his stick. Patch looking for an angle, circling with it, taking time off the penalty. Finds Green. Back to Catch. Nothing there, so he'll just send a backhand along the boards behind the net. Notre Dame tries to clear, but Juicy's right on the corner to pick it up. Now ahead. Menez. A little block-off story. Here comes Juicy. Cross line on the forecheck. Sends his shot just wide. 20 seconds left. Change is being made for Centennial. Simone. Simone fans on his shot. That goes down under the stick of the goalie. Tries to find Kachayev. Goes just past his stick. And Evans will come back out on the ice. Power play expired. Another good kill by the Coyotes. Simone off the boards. Ahead. That's Snow. Snow steps around one. Has a shot. Good blocker save. Cleared out to neutral ice. Millet's there. Sends one in along the boards. Kachayev, Snow, Simone, the forward trio. Millet and Ortiz in defense. Picked up by Simone. Simone tries to pass out front. And the shot attempt stuffed. Now Ortiz wraps one off the shin guard. Here comes Notre Dame the other way. 2-on-2 opportunity. To a backhand. That's knocked away by a shin pad from Centennial. Also pass out to Snow. Snow trying to make a move. He gets wrapped up. Takes a shot after his shot. Kachayev now to the high slot. Around one stick check. Shot block. Millet fires the pass. Snow there. Looking for a centering opportunity. Not finding it. Then wraps it into the dangerous area. That's kicked aside. Back to Snow. Goes through. Bounces over the stick of Millet. He'll gather. Out past the blue line. Then dump in. Kachayev and Snow team up to keep it in at the line. Get behind the play, looking for Snow. Millet's going to pick that up. Touch to Snow. Snow centers it out front. Well, it's there. That's saved. And then we get a whistle, and we're going to get a penalty coming up against Notre Dame. Roughing's going to be the call. Another 29. Weinkammer in the box for 2. .10:35 to play as Centennial goes on the power play for the first time this afternoon. Sutter wins the face-off. The shot was blocked. Renault gets a second chance. That's tipped and goes just wide. That's to neutral ice. Johnson swoops to Minogue. Now ahead to Sutter. Has Howie and Thomas with him. Tipped up into the air. Howie's going to chase to the corner and battle for it. Sutter. Nice one-touch pass for Howie. Howie all the way out to defense. Minogue sends it in, and that goes just wide. Puck loose. Chance off the side netting. Back to Minogue. Minogue again has a shot from distance that hits traffic out front. Notre Dame now able to get across the line. Thomas takes his man down. We got a penalty coming up behind the play. We'll see who that's on. Tapped ahead. Thomas with it. Delayed call is going to go against Notre Dame. Here comes Howie. Finds Sutter just past his reach. Looking for Johnson. And we're going to get a whistle. 47 seconds left on the Weinkammer penalty. We'll see who this one's up against. Will be a 2-man advantage for Centennial. It's going to be number 41, Elbert. And it's a cross-checking penalty against Albert. So 5-on-3 for 47 seconds. And Centennial looks to extend the lead. Green, Del Principe. Face off one by Green. Looks for Del Principe, can't quite get a hold of the bouncing puck. Evans has a shot from distance. That's saved. Green gets the rebound. Now Olivier. Juicy. Back to Olivier. That's a sharp angle shot. That's knocked aside. Juicy. Evans, top of the circle, has a shot from distance. Saved again. Juicy cycles in his own zone. Picks up ahead of steam as he crosses center ice. First penalty expired. Back to 5-on-4. Here comes the rush. Del Principe hustling back. And short-handed. Saints get one. And it's Weinkammer coming out of the box, able to pick that up. Make it 4-1. Placed off one by Notre Dame, then turned over. Jimenez gets it in his own zone. Has Ortiz. 45 seconds left on the power play for Centennial. Pass ahead, just past the reach of catch. Tell me on it for the Saints. His backhand pass intercepted by Snow. Bouncing puck out front. Simone unable to corral it. Catch. Back to Simone. Looking for a lane. Finds Jimenez. Jimenez able to hold on to the puck through a stick check. And his shot cut away. There comes Notre Dame again on a rush. Shot from distance goes high. Rounds the boards, then kept in. Ortiz picks it up. Sends it out of the zone. Icing waved off as time expires. On the penalty to Albert. Simone had the puck at the blue line for a second, then it had it knocked away from him. So no goals on the two power plays there for Centennial. They did let one in shorthanded. Ortiz, long pass ahead, finds Simone. Has Snow with him, 2-on-2. Catch coming in to make it 3-on-2. Oh. One touch on the give and go to Snow, and Simone had gotten tied up and was unable to get to it. Simone finds Ortiz. Ortiz to the faceoff dot. Has a shot. Saved by Gensler. Puck played out of the zone. Ortiz gets a piece of it. Menez has to chase it down. Goes behind his own net. Long pass ahead. Tipped. Icing waved off. Gensler will cover, and it'll be an offensive face-off for Centennial here. 6:15 left to play. They still lead 4-1. Fresh skaters on the ice for both sides. For Centennial, Kachayev, Sutter, Rollin, Millette, and Johnson. Face off one by Centen. Rollin picks it up. Rollin from an angle. Unable to find the twine. Now Kachayev drops for Johnson. His shot is saved. Sutter to take the draw, this time from Gensler's right. Won by Notre Dame. Played out. Sutter turns and fires, but it goes wide. Kachayev. Johnson. Back to Kachayev. To the dot. His shot saved. Sutter on the backhand. Rollin keeps it in at the line. Past everybody in deep. Icing waved off. Willett picks it up behind his own net. Looking for a breakout, has to circle back. Head to Rollin. Rollin in trouble, gets it past Young and out of the zone. Sutter with Kachayev. Sutter sends one off the pads. Puck kicked around, Johnson able to corral. Johnson now spins. Sutter at the point. He has a shot that's always going high. Centennial still fighting to keep it in their offensive zone. Kachayev tied up. Kept in by Johnson at the line. Now Rollin. Through the middle. Sutter spins and fires and just missed. Rollin now. Oh, he looks for Kachayev on the back post. But couldn't find him. Notre Dame now out. Pass too long. Accepted by Minogue. Kachayev on the rush. Finds Sutter. Sutter tries to delay his shot. Knocked aside. Minogue sends one. And he finds the way through. Seamus Minogue makes it 5. .359 left to play in period number 2. Face-off tied up, won by Notre Dame. One counter across the line, sends a shot wide. Albert to it first. Howie knocks it away. Puck comes to Thomas. Thomas not quite able to delay at the line. We get offsides whistle. Official scoring on that Centennial goal is Minogue from Kachayev. First points for both of them here in the preseason tournament. And Minogue almost doubles up as he sends another shot off the mask of the Notre Dame goalie. Puck flipped out. That one is just going to have enough to carry across the line and get us an icing whistle. 3:19 left to play, period number 2. Simone, Del Principe, Olivier, Ortiz, and Evans on the ice for the Coyotes. They win the faceoff. Ortiz, he'll wrap it around the boards behind the net. Olivier pick it up in the far corner, now along the half wall. Steps to the top of the faceoff circle, has it rolled just off the edge of his stick. It's going to force the Coyotes to reset in neutral ice. Now back to their own defensive zone. Puck ahead to Evans. Evans finds Simone. Simone across the line. Poke check. He's able to get it back. He goes down. No whistle. Now puck in skates. Right at the dot. Del Principe tries to get away. Looks like someone had a hold of his stick. Simone. Evans. Evans sends one into traffic that hits a skate. Up comes Notre Dame. It is the goal scorer, Weingamer. Big hit. Takes Ortiz down. Notre Dame able to get some possession in their offensive zone now. Out to Young. Young sends it back in the corner. Evans will be the first to it for Centennial. Partial line change. Ortiz now able to cut out that shot. He'll slam off the boards, only out to the blue line. Kept in, hits Ortiz out front. Simone on the puck. His pass ahead. Looking for Del Principe. Del Principe able to gather. Has Oliver with it. Just rolled out ahead of him. And Notre Dame able to clear. Ortiz able to get a pass away, but that's intercepted. Crashing in was Notre Dame. Centennial defense gets to it. They'll set it down the length of the ice. We'll get a whistle. And at 1:27, icing is called. Five on the score here in the second period. Face-off tied up. High off the glass, out of the zone. Snow trying to get past Story. That's picked up by Rollin. That's Snow to his right. Snow picks it up behind the net, tries to get a wraparound in, and we get a whistle. And it looks like it's going to be Rollin who's going to be taken to the box. Cross-checking the call against Rollin. Cash will take the face-off for Centennial. Won by Notre Dame. Their third chance on the power play here. They are 0 for 2 so far. Millette able to get in the way. Now pins the Notre Dame forward against the boards. Still fighting for the puck. Takes the hit up high. And we're going to get a whistle. And roughing it will be called against Notre Dame. And that penalty lasted a minute 44. Or I should say a minute 44 left on the rolling penalty. 16 seconds is all that came off the clock. So we're 4-on-4 now. Chayev battles for the puck. Now sent long. We're going to get an icing whistle coming up against Notre Dame. 43 seconds left to go. Face-off won by Notre Dame, wrapped around the boards. Sutter, poke checks it away. Has the puck. Has Kachayev with him. It's taken away by Weinkampf. Sutter back on it. Stops and turns. Gets the puck back. Looking for an opportunity from behind the net. Finds Kachayev from the face-off dot. That's saved. Icing call with 8 seconds left to go. Sutter turns, has a shot that ends up over the net. Bouncing puck, and we get the final whistle. In the end, of period number 2, score Centennial 5, Notre Dame 1. Only Centennial going out, period. Minogue, assisted by Kachayev, keeps the lead at 4. Back in just a moment as we continue 4-on-4 for just under a minute, and then abbreviated 16-second power play for the Coyotes. Bernheimer making his way back to his net. We'll get set here for period number 2. Rolling back in the box. It'll be Snow, Del Principe, Johnson, and Ortiz on the ice. And we are underway. Notre Dame takes the opening faceoff, looking for a centering pass. Shots there. 2 saves. Great effort by Bernheimer there, and then blockers one down. Notre Dame starting out strong here at period number 3. Montgomery fires one wide. Fanned on the attempt. Del Principe gets it across the line. Picked up by Snow. His shot is saved. Another attempt. That hits the blocker. Rollin makes his way to the bench. Penalty time expired. 4 seconds left on the Notre Dame penalty. Now we're back to 5-on-5 as Anderson makes his way out. Simone dispossessed in the corner. Leaves the hit in. Snow knocks it down. Able to get back. Snow turns into 3 Notre Dame defenders there. Look, gets past Ortiz all the way down to the end line. He picks it up, fires long. That's tipped. No icing. Play continues. Simone battling for it along the half wall. Snow now turns with it. Snow on his backhand. Tries to get the puck to his forehand as it's poked away. Jimenez. Simone. Catch now. Looking for a lane out of the corner, and that's hitting a skate and comes out. Catch now. Catch takes a hit to the back of the head after he lost the puck. Simone to his forehand, rips a shot that just sails wide. And we're going to get a whistle coming up. And cross-checking will be called. And it's going to be Story to the box. .40 to play. It will be a Centennial power play. Counting the abbreviated one, they are 0 for 3 so far. Neither team scoring on their power play. Millette. Now back to Sutter. Sutter finds Green. That gets poked away and then flipped down the length of the ice. Good clear by the Saints. They get fresh skaters on the ice. Millette Takes it behind his own net. Long pass ahead for catch. Looks for Green. Back to catch. Green behind the net. Tries to center for Sutter. Sutter turns and shoots. It's blocked back behind the net. Picked up by Green. Green steps out front. Tries the backhand lift. That's knocked aside. Wrapped around by Sutter, and it's in. Sutter's second of the night. And it's 6-1. .11:44 left to play. And Centennial, the first ones to catch in on their power play. Sutter from Green. Rollin will get thrown out of the box. We're back underway as Centennial wins the opening faceoff. Johnson hit Thomas with his passing attempt, but Centennial able to clean it up. Rollin now dumps one into the corner. He'll chase it himself. He's got Howie with him behind the net. Howie spins to his backhand. Oh, sends one into a danger zone. Rollin not able to collect. Johnson now. Puck ends up behind the net. Johnson back to it on the half wall. Bounces it off, gets it to Thomas. Looks back in deep. Howie will get to it first. Caught up in skates. Notre Dame clears. Thomas and Howie combine to slow play down. Ann's able to get in the offensive zone. Picked up. Weinkammer's shot. That goes over the net. Howie. Stretch pass ahead for Thomas. Just too far. Picked up by Notre Dame in their own zone. Weinkammer delays. Has his stick deflected as he looks to take the shot. That goes high. Evan cuts out the shot, clears. Ahead, past Thomas. Notre Dame still on the drive. Evan sweeps that aside, now able to clear, hits a skate. Picked up by Thomas. Ortiz. Ahead for Olivier. Olivier across the line. Has Simone with him. Penalty coming up. Delayed call. It's going to go against Simone. And cross-checking will be the call with 9:43 remaining. Olivier, Ortiz, Kachayev, Millette on the ice to kill the penalty. Olivier wins the faceoff to himself. Can't quite get it out of the zone. Bouncing puck heads to the corner. Millette's there fighting for it, able to get it away. Now Olivier. Olivier steps through, takes a check, but gets the puck to Kachayev. Kachayev now has to battle through two Notre Dame defenders, and he was unable to get through. Has it taken away. Here come the Saints the other way. Elbert, puck on his stick. Ortiz gets in the way. Kachayev able to sweep it out of the zone. And then we'll get some fresh skaters on the ice as Olivier off for Snow. Snow tips the clearing attempt, slows it down. Kachayev able to intercept that pass. Flipped up into the air, out of the zone. Snow rushes onto it. Snow tries to split the defenders. He does, and he gets taken down. And we get another whistle. We are into running clock, so you have to let me reset here. Centennial leads by 5. Back to 4-on-4 for 27 seconds. 8 minutes on the nose left to go. Johnson picks up the puck in the neutral zone. Flips ahead for Snow. Snow has Del Principe with him on the forward line here, 4-on-4. Penalty to Simone expires. 5-on-4 now. Snow loses the puck. Johnson keeps it in at the line. Kicks it to himself. Outside the face-off circle, sends the pass looking for Del Principe, but that was cut away. To Cosman. Not able to get past Jimenez. Emmanuel Jimenez now battling for the puck in his own zone. Wins it away. Going to take it himself across the blue line. Has a shot that's deflected, then gets a pass out front. Loose puck, and it's in the net. And another power play goal for the Coyotes. Johnson first down the line. We'll see where the official scoring sends us. Officially 50 shots on goal for Centennial. That one is Johnson from Snow and Rollin. Johnson puck kept in. Millette flips across the blue line. Sutter able to get to it. He's looking for his hat trick. Backhand goes wide. And we're going to get a whistle out front. See what the call is here. Face off one back by Notre Dame. Play T to T. Catch is there. Millette leaves a hit in. Cousin loses an edge. Puck still in the neutral zone. Picked up by Cousin again. He's got a shot. That's saved by Bernheimer. Ortiz with it behind his own net. Skates through a check. Gets the puck back. Takes the hit. Catch tries to get the puck in the neutral zone. Under pressure, gets it to Ortiz. Now to Millette. Millette off the boards ahead, was looking for Sutter. Catch. Takes his man off the puck, gets it back, but then loses it. Sider now. Sider behind his own net. Line counter. Millette pinches in at the line, but it's picked up by DeCausen. Anderson. Backhand goes wide. Under 4 to play, still 7-1 in favor of the Coyotes. Green finds Sutter. Sutter has a shot that's held. Notre Dame in the offensive zone has a shot. Bernheimer makes the save, then drops on it. Isaac Rollin with Osh's version of a Gordie Howe hat trick tonight with a goal, an assist, and a penalty. Gavin Sutter, 2 goals, 1 assist. Mason Green, 1 assist. Ryder Thomas with a goal. Simone takes the puck out of the zone. Now he delays at the line. Simone makes a move. He drives the net. And Michael Simone gonna make it a great 8. Just over 2.5 to go. That gives Simone a goal, an assist, and a penalty as well. Simone ties up the faceoff. Jimenez on it. Unable to clear, but Evans on it behind his own net. He'll send it along the boards. Jimenez delays, plays it off the back of the net to himself. Looking for an exit, gets Simone. Simone ahead just past the stick of Thomas. Arm up in the air, delayed penalty, and it's going to go against Notre Dame. No, it's going to go against Simone. Tripping the call against Simone. Back underway. Notre Dame wins the faceoff. Bernheimer with the save. Second chance goes through the crease. Ortiz now loses an edge as he skates past the back of the net. Ortiz trying to clear bodies out front. Anderson has a hit. Ortiz blocks that with the back of his leg. Weinkammer shot saved. Through now, through everybody. Snow chases to be the first on it. He'll have Del Principe with him. DeCosman looks to hook him. He takes him down. No whistle. As Snow gets absolutely tackled. Here comes Millette. Millette delays at the line. Drops for Snow. Millette loses the puck, but then that's sent deep as we hit the final seconds. And that's it for this afternoon's game. Final score, Centennial 8, Notre Dame 1. Your goals tonight, Rollin had 1, Sutter had 2, Thomas, Snow, Minogue, and Simone all added a notch of their own. As a big win here for the Centennial Coyotes. We will step aside and be back with D1 Centennial Coyote action here in the preseason as they take on the Chaparral Firebirds.